Hello viewers, my name is Ayyanar Jayabalan. In this video, we are going to see about how to add custom header to the HTTP request using Http Interceptor or middleware in Angular. So basically, an application can have a login screen, and after login, we'll getting into the dashboard. So before login, we will not add any headers, extra token to the HTTP request. But once we log in, we will get the token from the request, and then subsequent request, what we supposed to do? We supposed to add the token as part of our request to the API, so that in the API will check that one whether our logged in user context is valid or not. Okay. To handle that one, we supposed to add token in all the HTTP request after login. Okay. To handle that one in common location, so what we can do, we can have a one middleware that is nothing but a HTTP interceptor, where we can intercept that HTTP request from the Angular application, and we will add whatever we want as part of header. So we can add a token header as part of the request, and then we can send the request to the API. Okay. Basically, what it will do, whenever you are making a request to that API, it will pass through that interceptor. That interceptor will add extra header as a token to the API endpoint. Okay. Let's see how to implement that one. Let's get into the implementation now. I have already created one Angular application. Okay. In this, I'm going to do the HTTP request. So for that, first what I have to do, I have to open that app module, and I have to import the HTTP client module. Okay, so once I done that one, I have already created one account service. So in that, I implemented this login and all. In that, I'm going to get that that login data. Okay, so what I'm going to do, get login data. Going to return here I'm going to make a HTTP request. For that, what I'm going to do, private HTTP client. Okay, so here http.get, I'm going to send get the data from JSON for now. So I'm going to get it from assets. Okay, probably user dot JSON. Okay, and this is to get the login data. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have here, and also I'm going to create a variable for the token, and after login I'm going to set the token. So I'm going to log in here. So I'm going to call this get login data, subscribe, it's an observable. Subscribe, I will get the data. Here what I'm going to do, let me consolidate the data, and also I'm going to set the token. Probably what I can do, this dot token equal to data dot token. Okay, I'm going to set. After that, I'm going to make it as login equal to true. Okay, so get the token, I'm going to create one more function, get token. Okay, so in that I'm going to get the token value. Okay, so I have created here to get the login details, and what I will do after login, I will set the token. Okay, now what I can do now, let me go to the login component. So what I will do, already I'm using that HTTP service, sorry, account service here. So this login, after login, I will navigate to the dashboard component. So let me get into the dashboard component now. So in that I'm going to get the data for the dashboard. So for that I have to create one more service, ngs service, generate service, and it's a dashboard service. Okay, so dashboard service is created. Here also I will create one HTTP client, and I'm going to create one function, get dashboard data. Okay, so in that, this dot http dot get. Okay, I'm going to call assets. First I'm going to get a dashboard data in the JSON. Okay, fine. So this is it will return as an observable of any. Right now let me put it like that. I have to return. Okay, so I got the dashboard data. In the dashboard component, what I'm going to do, I'm going to inject that service. What service? Dashboard service. Dashboard service. Here I'm going to get this dashboard get dashboard data, subscribe, and I'll get the data. I'm subscribing. Sorry. So here, let me console it. Log, console.log data. Okay, for now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to display the values. For example, I'm just going to display as a revenue and profit. Okay, so what I'm going to do now here, let me have a revenue as 0, profit as 0. Okay, in that dashboard here, sorry, here revenue, I'm going to display just revenue. Same way for profit, profit. Okay, I'm going to display that revenue and profit. Okay, so let me get into the dashboard service and dashboard component. In that, I'm going to set revenue, this dot revenue equal to data dot revenue, and same way profit. Okay, so to get the dashboard data from the JSON, let me create one new file, dashboard JSON, in under the assets folder, and the assets folder, dashboard JSON. Here I'm going to get revenue. Revenue is just, I'm saying 10,000, profit 3,000. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, after login, I'm going to land it to the dashboard page. The dashboard page will show the revenue and profit. Okay, so this, as part of this request, what I have to do, I have to pass the token. Okay, I have to pass the token to get the data. For now, I'm going to check, I'm to append the token as part of this request. Okay, so for that I have to add the Http interceptor. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create one interceptor. Okay, let me call it as token interceptor. So token interceptor is created. So this is my request. Okay, this is my interceptor, this is my HTTP request, and this is my next handler. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get that header. I'm going to request dot headers dot set. I'm going to set token. That token I'm going to get it from the account service. For that, I'm going to inject the account service to get the token. So this dot account dot get token. Okay, and new request. This is, I'm not modifying the existing request, I'm going to send the new request. Okay, so I'm going to say request dot clone with this new headers. Okay, so I'm going to pass this new request. So what I'm going to do, what I'm doing here, I'm just passing, before sending the API HTTP request, I'm taking this request, I'm setting the token as part of the request, and instead of sending that existing request, I'm just cloning that request and adding that new header with adding the token and passing the request to the API. Okay, so this is what the 3 lines it's doing now. Okay, let's see how it's happening now. Let me even console the new request to see that one whether it's adding the header or not. So new request dot headers. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first I'm going to log in I am going to log in the login component. So after login it will land. Okay, so if it will go to this login, in the login I will set the token, and after that I will navigate to the dashboard. In the dashboard, on the ng on in it, I am going to get the dashboard data and displaying the revenue and profit. As part of this dashboard data, I will make a request. I will make a request with the token header. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, for dashboard login, for login, let me get into that login. Okay, and okay, even I'm not going to get anything from here, or I don't want to pass, I won't get the token until I log in. Okay, so I no need to pass the token for the login request. So what I can do, I can go to the token interceptor. I can check. Okay, I can check if request that URL ends with. Okay, I'm going to check, is it ends with user.json. I don't want to set the header. Okay, for that one I'm check not of this one. Otherwise I will pass the actual request itself. Okay, so for that one, let me console log the what is my URL, request.url. Okay, let me see that one my application is running properly. Yes, let me open the application. Login. Okay, I don't see any console. I'm just going to clear the request here. I'm going to log in. Okay, so user.json will get the user data. So if you see that one, this is the response, this is the token, I will get it from the login request. Okay, so if you see the console, so I got the data of first name, last name and token. Okay, now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to navigate to the dashboard page. Excellent. Okay, so if you see that one, I am getting that revenue and profit. Let's see my request. Okay, in my first user request, if you see the header, request header, there is no token header. There is no token header. If I go and see the dashboard JSON, let me see that one, any new header is added or not. New header added or not? No. Okay, so thing is, I didn't inject that interceptor as part of my Angular application. Okay, now if you see that one, there is no header appended to that request. Okay, it's because I didn't inject it. So I have to add that HTTP interceptor in our app module. Let me go and add that HTTP interceptor in that module. Okay, so let me go and to that app module. So as part of my provider list, I'm going to add that interceptor. Okay, provide HTTP interceptors. Use class HTTP interceptor, token interceptor. And I can say is I can use multiple, that means I can use multiple HTTP interceptor if it is true. Okay, let me see that one whether it's appending or not. Let me run the application now. I see the console. I'm just clearing here also. I do the basic user login. Yes, now I can able to see that HTTP interceptor call, since I'm logging that URL, right? Okay, if you see that one now request user.json, I don't see any token header as part of my request. Let me getting into the dashboard page. Okay, now let me see here. There is a new token added as part of the request. Okay, so this is a way you can append extra token in all the requests through the HTTP interceptor instead of adding that header in each and every request. Okay, hope you understand that one, how to add the custom header in the HTTP interceptor. Okay, so hope you understood and enjoyed. Please subscribe if you would like to see more tech videos like this. Thanks.